Hey, how you doing? Welcome to another time here in the club, in the book club, clubhouse, book club. That's what we got to do on Sundays. Read through a book, and we've been reading for months now. This book by Martha Adams, Cleopatra's Riches. Today, we're finally going to read the last chapter of the book, chapter 20. I've enjoyed this book, you know, probably the most complete book we've read so far. This is our fourth one in the series. So I've enjoyed it totally. And I think it's a book I want to recommend for anyone that is looking for a book to read. It will bless you. It will bless you. And mostly if you can go through the series we've had here along with reading it, it would give you a complete package, So yeah, grab a copy for yourself. You will not regret reading it. And so we're gonna close it out today. We're gonna read chapter 20. And so we're gonna be done with it today. Next week we'll do a summary of the book. Then Upper Sunday we'll take a break. And October 16, we'll be back with our new book, right? Business is Personal by Bethany Frankel. That's going to be our next book, our fifth featured book. So if you can get a copy of that, it'll be great to come along, read along. I believe it's just going to be as powerful as this one we're handing here. And I'm looking forward to a time to read that book. It's going to be what I call a business school, right? So we're going to learn business. Thanks. So we're going to go ahead. Let me bring up my slide and we're going to do today's session. All right, my slides are up now. You can see the slides. And well, that's a book. Again, today we're going to do chapter 20. We're done with the book. Next week we'll do a summary of the book. And we'll take a break on the 9th. And on the 16th, we'll be back with our fifth book, which is going to be Business is Personal by Bethany Frankel. Promises to be a great time reading together. So I'm looking forward to it. So come along and let's read. Martha Adams, again, has a website where she shares an extra supporting resource for the book. If you can click to it, it'll be good. It will bless you, right? And she starts every chapter with a quote, and this one talks about enjoying with moderation the good things of life, right? The good things of life are for us to enjoy, but we must not allow them overcome us. We overcome them; they don't overcome us. When they overcome us, then it stops being enjoyment; it becomes a slavery. Right? We have to enjoy it in such a way that we are always the one in control. We're the masters of it, right? You never want a situation where the thing you enjoy masters you. Then you stop enjoying it. You become a slave to it, right? So, and that's what the whole book is about. It's all about gaining control of the affairs of your life. And that's what we're going to be talking about here, for today. It's kind of a summary of the whole book itself. We're talking about the way to gain financial empowerment, financial freedom, financial independence is gaining control, mastery of your life. The more mastery of your life you gain, the more you can be financially independent, financially empowered, financially free, right? It's all tied together, that's what Martha Adams has been trying to tell us all through the book. That as I develop, as I become self-fulfilling, as I discover myself, and I respect who I am, I walk in my road, my path. That empowers me financially. Right? I'm able to know the road that is for me and the one that is not for me. And that guides my financial growth, right? So let's look a bit more at that. I popularly say the purpose of life is to be happy, is to fulfill purpose, which is your reason for being here, right? The purpose of life is to fulfill the reason why you came here. If you do anything other than the reason why you came to this life, you are a waste. There's a reason why you were here. There's something that was planted on the inside of you, or hunger, a place to feel. If you don't take your place, if you don't feed that hunger that has been embedded inside of you as you were dropped on this planet, then you're a failure. He who created you for a purpose. And that purpose is on the deep inside of you. Only you will know when you are walking in that purpose. It's called a calling, right? Your core will tell you when you find it. You will find your joy, you will find your happy place when you find it. That needs to be your journey of life as you discover yourself, as you are faithful to yourself, as you are true to yourself. That is what will make you happy. And that will help you in your financial journey. Again, Matter talks about, brings us from a place of spending, earning and spending, to a place where we can earn, grow the money, and enjoy it, right? We're in control. We're not like serving something. We're in control. We're taking ownership of our life, right? That is a happy place. A happy place is a place where you can truly make money. You can achieve good success. You are not just a success, but you have good success. You feel you are fulfilled in your success. You are happy in your success. There are a lot of people that are seemingly successful, but they're not happy, right? We're talking about being successful and happy, right? A lot of ignoramus talks about have no clue what happiness is or what the purpose of life is. I remember someone arguing with me about happiness. He had no clue what happiness is, and there are a lot like that. So I was just preparing for this. I saw where someone wrote, the purpose of life is not happiness, it's usefulness. That's dumb. You cannot be useful if you're not happy. Usefulness does not come before happiness. Happiness comes before usefulness. Happy people are useful. Useful people are not necessarily happy, because the question is, why are you doing it? What is the motive behind your usefulness? Because a lot of people are niceaholic, compulsive niceness. They are doing it because they are subdued. They feel they don't have a strong sense of self, right? So they're not happy doing it, but they feel they must do it, right? Some people are legalistic and think that's, I must do it. But they're not happy doing it, right? But when you have happiness causes you to be useful, right? So it's not usefulness that comes before happiness. It's happiness that comes before usefulness. Because happiness is a decision. It's not a result. It's a simple decision. Happiness comes from you being able to make a judgment. It comes from gratitude. It comes from perspective. It's not a result, it's a decision, right? So let's look at another one of those ignoramus statements. I read one also that said the purpose of life is to matter, to be productive, to have it make some difference, that you live at all. That's both. Permit my language, but that's a piece of BS. You cannot matter if you are not happy. It's when you are happy that you will matter, right? We want you to give them your own happiness, right? When you're happy, then you will matter. When you're happy, you'll be productive. When you're happy, you will make a difference. When you're happy, you will make a mark. Again, happiness is a decision, it's not a result. It is a judgment. When you make that right judgment, it affects everything concerning your life, right? Happiness is what keeps us together. Happiness is what fuels everything that we do rightly, right? Let's go on. So just some more definition around what happiness is, So what is happiness? Some writer puts it like this: happiness is the ancient noble sense, right? Happiness, which means self-fulfillment, right? So when you are making the right decisions, right, it would increase your happiness. It would keep you in the path of happiness. But don't forget, happiness itself is a decision, it's not a result. No matter what you do, if you have not made a decision to be happy, you will not be happy. You have to also make that decision to be happy. Then everything that you do rightly will keep you or reinforce your happiness, right? And I love the way Aristotle puts it. Happiness depends upon ourselves. It's a decision, it's a judgment, right? Plato believes that a happy person is one who has principles and sticks to them, right? You are in control of everything concerning your life, right? As Aristotle puts it, that happiness consists in achieving the course of a whole lifetime of all goods, right? So it's still talking about fulfilling purpose, right? But it's a decision, it's a judgment, right? So happy people build their internal world. I mean, this was a quote I put down during the week. It talks about the happy people, build their inner world, right? You make a decision to be happy, then you can build your inner world, right? Whereas unhappy people think that if you say every other thing outside, that's make them happy or sad. So they're in a blame game, right? Happy people take responsibility. Unhappy people blame others, right? Nietzsche talks about the meaning of life is to live authentically and powerfully, right? Be authentic, sincere, true to yourself and to others, right? And so someone puts that the meaning of life is one that strives for self-expression, right? When I'm happy and I know myself, then I seek to express, the me that God has endowed me with, right? To fill the vacuum that there is in this life, right? And I'm not going to go through each of those. I'm just going to jump on and close this, So it's all about making choices, right? And those have to be conscious and deliberate, right? When we make choices, right, we were able to stay on the model of earning money, growing the money, and enjoying the money, right? But we have to be on the driver's seat. We don't want we don't want anything driving us or controlling us, right? It's we sitting on that driver's seat to make the decision over our life, right? We're moving from a place of where we need to a place of we want to, right? Like Viktor Frankl will say, we are responsible. We have to take responsibility for everything concerning our life. Nobody made us do anything. Nothing made us do anything. We did or we do what we do because we make a decision to do it. That's the way we can enjoy, right, money in our lives, right? It's because we make the decision to earn it. We make the decision to grow it. So then we make the decision to enjoy it because it is a fruit of our labor, right? It's not something that just fell in our way. We took responsibility for the dictates of our life. Like Jim Brown would say, when the time of harvest comes, right, we need to be matured enough to take responsibility for the harvest that we have, right? If it's bountiful harvest, then take responsibility because we sowed consciously And if it's not good at this, yeah, take responsibility also. Check what we did not do right so that we can correct it, right? We're able to enjoy it because we labored, we sowed for it, right? And that makes us qualified. There's no need to not feel guilty for enjoying that which the fruit of your labor, right? It's not as if you're stealing from anybody. Man, you put in the right work into it to earn it, right? To grow it. Why not enjoy it? You know, so I mean, there's not much to say in all, but I guess in closing, I see the book as a happy book. It talks about how to make money from a happy place. And the happy place is that place where you take full responsibility for your life, full responsibility for the money for how you earn your money, full responsibility for how you grow your money, and full responsibility for enjoying it, right? We only live this life once, right? Might as well live it well, because once is enough if I live it well, right? There's no shame, there's no guilty conscience in enjoying the fruit of my labor, right? God says that He has given us all things to enjoy, right? So there's no guilty conscience, in the time of harvest, right? It's for enjoyment, and that helps you in your happy place also. That keeps you rooted inside of it. All right, I don't have much to say today, so I'm gonna close it up here. I don't have any of my people here to join me, so we're gonna shut it down here. Next week we'll do a summary. There is a summary chapter here, so we use the summary chapter here to do a summary of the book next week. And upper week we'll take a break, and we'll be back with our business goal. Business is personal. All right. So I'm gonna shut this down here. Thanks for hanging out with me, and we'll be here at the same time next week, God willing. All right. Bye-bye. Enjoy your week.